fire and limit damage today. Chief Muncie pleaded with citizens to not burn under the current conditions and said the dryness and the winds today were hampering efforts further. As of now, nothing is contained, Muncie stated in our interview earlier today, and now an elevated risk of fire danger has been issued till this afternoon for tomorrow. Warm temperatures and very dry ground will result in an increased risk for fire danger Wednesday. Minimum afternoon relative humidities will drop into the 20 to 30% range, with the lowest readings toward the I-75 corridor. Outdoor burning, of course, is not recommended, and as we mentioned at the top of the newscast, it is banned at this point by the governor. The conditions are just too dangerous at this point to burn anything outside. Well, today is Election Day, as you can see in this video captured earlier this morning at Eastside Baptist Church. Voters were lined up around the building. If these crowds are any indication, this is shaping up to be a large voter turnout locally. WBON-TV will be providing election return coverage starting at 6 p.m. tonight over the air, on cable, online, and on the radio on 106.7 FM, The Pinnacle. That is going to start right at 6 as the polls close, and we're going to have those results to you as soon and as fast and accurately as we can coming in this afternoon. And we'll stay here until we get those results in. Well, in an update to a story we brought you yesterday, that UK student accused of shouting racial slurs and using other abusive language against a fellow student has pled not guilty in court to charges of assault and disorderly conduct. This comes just shortly after the student, Sophia Rosing, was bonded out of jail last night by her parents. The story is now ongoing, and we'll be keeping you up to date as more details become available. Well, this past Sunday, a man was caught by police after allegedly breaking into a woman's house. According to reports, Jose Cazeta allegedly broke into a female victim's home at approximately 1:30 in the morning. Upon breaking into that victim's home, he allegedly got into bed with the victim while completely naked. The victim then shouted at him to leave the premises. Cazeta then left the house and began walking around the surrounding area. Cazeta then allegedly walked into a homeless encampment and began performing sexual acts in front of the occupants. Cazeta reportedly returned to the earlier victim's home and attempted to break back into the house. He was stopped at gunpoint by the victim's grandson, who reportedly shot at Cazeta. He was still being held at gunpoint when police arrived on the scene, and Cazeta was quickly arrested. He is being held in the Madison County Detention Center and has been charged with burglary 2nd degree, sexual abuse 3rd degree, and indecent exposure 2nd degree. We'll keep you up to date on that one as well. Well, gas prices are still on the rise in Kentucky and across the rest of the United States. According to the new release from AAA, average gas prices have risen 4 cents in the past week to $3.80 per gallon. According to the report, and the rising prices are due to the growing concerns over Russian oil production cuts. The report further goes to state that the price increase might not last that long, for reports continue to come out of China that the new COVID-19 restrictions may slow the oil consumption of one of the world's leading oil consumers. The report continues to state that Kentucky's average gas price rose 12 cents in the last week, meaning Kentucky had one of the biggest price increases for gas in the nation. Georgia is leading the nation with the cheapest average gas price in the nation at just $3.12 per gallon. Well, in a story we've been following here on WBON-TV Channel 9, a Rockcastle woman has been final sentenced. Melissa Wolk pleaded guilty last month in the murder of 55-year-old Donald Abner. Abner died of injuries sustained when Wolk commanded her pit bull to attack Abner. When police arrived on the scene, Wolk was still in the process of attacking Abner. He died on scene. Melissa Wolk will now spend the next 20 years behind bars. Well, Governor Beshear has announced Kentuckians can now shop and enroll for health and dental coverage that begins in 2023 on the state-based marketplace KY Connect. Kentuckians who don't have coverage through another source, such as through an employer or Medicaid, the Kentucky Children's Health Insurance Program, Medicare, or TRICARE, can shop right now for the individual coverage on Connect. All plans offered on the marketplace cover 10 essential health benefits, including emergency services, hospitalization, lab services, and prescription drugs. Enrollment is open through January the 15th. Kentuckians can browse plans by typing in their zip code on the Connect site. Enrollment assistance is also available by contacting a connector, someone who is trained to explain coverage options, either online or by calling 855-459-6328. A licensed health insurance agent can also help. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. We've got weather coming and sports as well. Lots more news coming up right here on Live at 5.
This is Doug Thomas, candidate for Madison County Jailer. We all know we have a jail problem. We need a bigger facility. I believe there are better ways to deal with the issue. I won't make you empty promises just to get your vote. What I will promise is to work hard to find the best solutions for our county, the taxpayers, our jail, and our future. A vote for Doug Thomas is a vote for reasonable, affordable solutions for our jail system. Thank you, and I would appreciate your vote on November 8th.
Message paid for by Doug Thomas.
If you've dreamed of a job where you can help keep your family and community safe while planning for the future, then you need to check out the Fayette County Detention Center.
We're starting out $20 an hour. We have 8 paid holidays, 120 hours of sick time and vacation time a year. When you work a holiday, you actually make double pay. Our retirement is at 25 years. If you start out at 21, you'll be fully retired at 46, 25, fully retired at 50. Fayette County Detention Center is an amazing place to work.
Hi there, I'm Alan Feldhouse Jr., head basketball coach at Madison Central High School. Here at MCHS, we have built a winning team. I'd like to tell you about another local winning team, family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. They specialize in roofing, general construction, and home maintenance services. Just like on the court, you need a team that will work together to get the job done, and that's exactly what BRC does. Give them a call at 859-353-1133. Road Tribe.
Hi, Madison County. This is your Judge Executive, Reagan Taylor. I spend every day working hard to make the lives of our families better and the future of Madison County brighter. From the creation of more than 300 new jobs at App Harvest, to expanding broadband, to saving millions each year and using it more efficiently to invest in public safety. My focus has always been on making Madison County better, and that won't change. I would appreciate your vote on November 8th to keep building a better Madison County together.
Paid for by Friends of Reagan Taylor. Myron Fisher, Treasurer.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cokedeck, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
The City of Richmond has seen improvements over the years, but I have seen firsthand that there is more to be done. The citizens of Richmond deserve a better quality of life, more economic opportunity, and a revitalized downtown area. If we want a prosperous city that is moving forward, we need to focus on improving our streets, sidewalks, and infrastructure. We need to work together to help Richmond become better. A vote for me is a vote for better. I'm Mindy Goebel, and I'm asking for your vote.
Proceeding paid for by candidate.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Well, another absolutely beautiful day out there, and it looks like we might have 1 or 2 more of these before the cold weather sets in again, but you know, it is November. We've got meteorologist Susie Martin in the Weather Center. She's going to give us all those details.
Thank you so much, Gwendolyn, from the Bluegrass Restoration and Construction Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Susie Martin. It's not often that we start off by talking about the tropics, but I must address Tropical Storm Nicole as this late season tropical cyclone bears down on Florida and the Bahamas, taking a westward trajectory. It's interesting because the trajectory of this storm is going to be working its way into the southeastern U.S. and some of the moisture associated with Nicole is going to have an impact on us later this week. So we'll have to monitor the potential for shower threats associated with this. But for now, of course, no direct impacts from that system. What we do have, though, fire weather concerns due to how dry it is and that low humidity. Very warm by November standards, but a significant temperature drop lies ahead. We've got some big changes. As we look at tonight's forecast, clear and quiet, though. No big concerns. We'll be dropping down into those lower 40s here in Richmond. 42 degrees, we're thinking, for Richmond. Proper Winchester down to 43, Irvin at 43 degrees as well. Very quiet night ahead. Tomorrow we've got plenty of sunshine underway, widespread sun, highs in the upper 60s and lower 70s. And boy, that is very mild for this time of the year. These temperatures, these highs are running above the average by at least 10 degrees in most cases. Our average dew points are sitting in the 40s across the region. So that's indicative of that very dry air that's in place. As we take a look at Thursday, still mild, upper 60s, lower 70s, plenty of sunshine. Again, we'll monitor that fire danger, but very little threats of precipitation in the coming days. I will point out there'll be some big changes into next week, where colder than average temperatures seem to be likely, and we'll start to see the first of a series of cold blasts arriving later this week. Big changes for this Veterans Day weekend. Highs at just 37 degrees by Sunday. Overnight lows tumbling into the 20s. Back to you, Gwendolyn.
Thanks, Susie. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, in another case we've been following here, the case against Casey Bird will now head to a grand jury. Bird is accused of killing London police officer Logan Metlock after an alleged drunk driving crash in October. According to the arrest citation, Bird was returning home on the night of the crash after watching a football game at a friend's home. The breathalyzer test on scene registered a .294. That's 3 times the legal limit. During court proceedings today, Bird's attorney requested a bond reduction from $1 million to $200,000. The judge denied that request, citing an ongoing public intoxication case in Tennessee. Attorneys also asked the judge to amend the aggravated circumstance of the murder charge, stating that Bird did not intentionally target Medlock. That request was also denied. Bird is being held in the Laurel County Detention Center. Well, a hit and run this past Saturday has resulted in one man in jail on multiple charges. According to police reports, a victim allegedly had hit his car, and that was 29-year-old Matthew Ward, after which Ward quickly fled the scene. The victim then chased down Ward in his vehicle. Upon seeing this, Ward allegedly shot a .22 caliber gun at the victim's car, reportedly hitting the victim's side view mirror. The victim did manage to get Ward's license plate before stopping the pursuit. Police were called and given Ward's license plate. Police were dispatched to Ward's home where he was arrested. He's being charged with wanton endangerment and leaving the scene of an accident, failing to render assistance. Ward is currently lodged in the Madison County Detention Center. Well, from the Richmond Police Department, the Richmond Police Department is asking for the public's assistance in an ongoing homicide investigation. On October the 3rd, 2021, Richmond Police Department officers responded to the area of Killarney Lane and the Eastern Bypass in reference to a complaint of gunshots. Upon arrival, authorities located a male victim suffering a gunshot wound. The victim, later identified as 19-year-old Alexis Jenkins, was transported to a medical facility where he was later pronounced deceased. The Richmond Police Department is asking for any information the public may have concerning this case. Please call the Richmond Police Department at 859-623-1162, or you can email Detective Tyler Short at tshort@richmond.ky.us. Well, often called the Kobe Bryant of horses by some local media and horse racing experts, the undefeated horse Flightline is set to retire after winning the Breeders' Cup just last week. The horse was born in 2018 and he has never lost a race. Also winning the Malibu Stakes in 2021, the horse is now set to live a life of peace and breeding. The thoroughbred's value reaches into the multi-millions range, and breeding with the flight line will be something many horse owners and trainers will want to get in on. Congratulations to a one-of-a-kind horse and a one-of-a-kind racing career. Well, with that, we're going to take another quick break. We've got Michael Watkins in with sports as well as lots more news coming up right here on Live at 5.
Hello, my name is John Tudor. For the past 8 years, I've had the privilege of serving as your 3rd District Magistrate. We have blacktopped more than 35 roadways in our district and made numerous bridge improvements. I have also worked to bring over 300 new good-paying jobs to the 3rd District. I am currently working to bring broadband internet to all areas of the county. This is not a political office. It is an office for all the people of this district. So November 8th, I ask for your vote and support to keep John Tudor Magistrate. This is John Tudor, and I approve this message.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Man Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Man Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
Choose Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital for your health care. Consider having your preventative care such as a CT lung screening, a mammogram, or a colonoscopy at Markham and Wallace Hospital. You can feel safe to come to the hospital campus. Following CDC guidelines, our care team is doing everything possible to ensure your safety and well-being. For more information about Markham and Wallace Hospital, call 606-723-2115 or visit mercy.com.
Madison County Sheriff Mike Coyle pledges to keep our community safe. Sheriff Coyle is currently in partnership with the Madison County School System and has recently employed 4 deputies as school resource officers to protect our most valuable commodity, our children. Under Sheriff Mike Coyle, the Madison County Sheriff's Office has received numerous honors, including being one of very few sheriff's offices accredited in Kentucky, meaning their professionalism, standards, training, and policies are all exemplary. Sheriff Coyle has received the coveted Sheriff of the Year award during his tenure.
This is Sheriff Mike Coyle. This sheriff's office serves everyone, Democrats, Republicans, and Independents. On November the 8th, vote to keep Mike Coyle your Madison County Sheriff.
Sheriff Coyle is passionate on his commitment to fight the drug epidemic in our communities. His office has been honored and requested to partner with several federal and state agencies seeking help in cases. Mike Coyle is running on his character, morals, proven record, experience, and his dedication and vision for the office going into the future. Proceeding paid for by candidate.
Welcome back. EKU football was back in the FCS Stats Top 25 poll following their win on Saturday versus Central Arkansas. In today's sports update, we have the details on the win from Coach Walt Wells during his weekly press conference. And with more on sports, here's Michael Watkins.
EKU football earned a big win on Saturday against ASUN Conference foe Central Arkansas. And earlier today, head coach Walt Wells spoke about that win for his team and let us all know he had done his civic duty and had gone to place his vote this morning.
Really proud of our football team and the approach they took last week in preparation, and then how the outcome came on Saturday against Central Arkansas. They were undefeated in the conference, sitting on top of number 1, and for us to go out and perform the way we did, I think it was a testament to our coaches and our players, and the work that they've been putting in to get better and better each week, and to put people in position to make plays. And so really, really pleased with how all that turned out. Hope everybody goes out and does their civic duty today and vote. I voted. this morning over at the Mule Barn. So it was good to see some people over there out and getting their civic duty done.
Those polls aren't the only one that matter to Coach Wells and his football team right now. EKU was back in the Stats FCS Top 25 yesterday after that big win over the Bears. And today, Wells talked about how important it was for his team to be winning these games down the stretch as they vie for a conference championship.
I think it's important. You want to play your best ball when you're getting towards the end of the season, to be honest with you. We've got guys that are out, that are hurt. We're playing with limited numbers of some on certain, defense especially, and really proud of how they're stepping up and playing and playing physical and playing smart. And I think we simplified some things for them, and I think all that is important. I think we got to keep the main thing, and that's winning each week. Polls are great, we can sit there and I don't even know I know we're ranked like in 124 and 125, but whatever. That don't, that's great. Don't get me wrong. That's something to talk about, but I'm a believer in just win each week.
That win was so important for the Colonels on Saturday, but it wasn't just Central Arkansas that they had to compete against. The wind played a big factor in how Wells and his staff called plays and attacked during the game. I asked Coach if he had ever been a part of weather like that before when coaching in a game.
Actually here in Roy Kidd Stadium, back when Coach Kidd was coaching, and that's where I learned, some of the lessons that we use Saturday in strategy, and so it's funny, after 20 some odd years, you start reaching back into the old memory bank, and a lot of things change about football: offense, defense, how you tackle, how you, all these little things that everybody wants to tweak, but the weather you can't tweak, and how it affects the game, and to have the advantage of watching Coach deal with that for 6 years was really special for me. And there's other things, snow, different things that you're involved in, rain, that really helps. Rain on a grass field as opposed to a turf field. Just little things that keep coming up. That you can remember we're successful and we're not successful, and so you have to pull from that. But yeah, I've been a part of that, but it was crazy. When you're punting or kicking off and the ball's hanging up there so high and then coming backwards and all that stuff, it was a crazy day.
As the Colonels get ready to face Jacksonville State this upcoming Saturday, first place in the conference will be on the line, and with a win, EKU would set up themselves for an opportunity to at least grab a share of the ASUN Conference title. I asked quarterback Parker McKinney, who has been a part of some big games during his career, what he and some of the other more experienced players were saying to their younger teammates about this Saturday's game.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with us right now is obviously we have the playoffs in our sights. So I think it's really just taking it one game at a time and just letting everyone focus on Jacksonville State this week. And then next week, obviously, Kennesaw State. So just taking it one game at a time and, letting everyone know what's at stake. But at the same point, come out and play loose. Don't play nervous. Don't play tight. And just, play the way we've been playing.
Kickoff for the EKU JSU game is set for 2 p.m. this Saturday down in Alabama. And last night, the EKU hoop season began for the men's and women's basketball team. On opening night for the men, Eastern Kentucky defeated Miami Ohio Middleton 137-52. This was nearly a record-breaking game for the Colonels as they were 1 point away from matching the all-time record for margin of victory and tied for the most assists in a game as well. 7 Colonels scored in double figures. And Eastern shot 50 for 85 from the floor and 19 for 40 from three-point territory. EKU totaled 24 steals, 4 short of the single-game record as well. Former Madison Southern Eagle and current Mr. Basketball Turner Buttry co-led all scorers with 19 points on 6 of 10 shooting from the floor and 4 of 8 from deep. The women's team battled back from a 19-point first-half deficit Monday night, but fell 89-81 to Evansville in its season opener at McBreer Court at Baptist Health Arena. EKU's defense forced 25 turnovers on the night, but committed 18 turnovers on the offensive end and allowed Evansville to shoot 14 of 28 from beyond the arc. Both teams are back in action later this week, with the men hosting Western Kentucky in a big matchup at Baptist Health Arena on Thursday. For WBON TV Sports, I'm Michael Watkins.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
You may think the only way to pay for a nursing home is to spend down your life savings or sell your home. Elder Law Lexington can protect your home and life savings through a comprehensive plan so you can qualify for Medicaid. When there's a plan in place, you can rest assured knowing your estate is handled and your family is covered. Give them a call at 888-4-ELDER-LAW or go to elderlawlexington.com. Their Berea office is now open for your convenience.
At Fast Flow Plumbing, you aren't sending your money to Texas and Florida to the big corporate plumbing companies. We're local, and that allows us to invest in the latest technologies like Permaliner for no-dig sewer replacements, which we warranty for 20 years. Fast Flow is the future of plumbing. Don't destroy your landscaping and finished basement because a plumber tells you he has to replace your sewer. Keep your home beautiful. Call a local pro at Fast Flow.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Just a couple of reminders of things going on around the state. You have just a few more minutes. Go ahead and get out and vote. Every vote counts. Also, we have that burn ban that is going on all across the state. Conditions are very bad for wildfires. We want to make sure that we're doing our part not to get those set. Don't go anywhere. We've got the Daily Flash coming up right here on Channel 9. And then we're going to have live election night coverage right here on Channel 9. You can also catch us. You can catch us over the air. You can catch us on cable, Facebook, YouTube, Roku, and if you want to listen to us on radio, you can do that as well. We're going to be live on the Pinnacle 106.7. We're going to have analysis for Madison and surrounding counties. We're going to have just a lot of good conversation about this election that we had today. Voter turnout seems to be really good across the state. We're going to talk about that and more. Don't go anywhere. Right back here in 30 minutes, live election coverage. Have a great night. See you in a few minutes.